Ah, you smell that, Woody?
Sorry.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about spring, man! It's in the air! Birds are chirping and flowers are blooming and houses are selling despite what you might be hearing in the news. I'm Matt Robinson.
And I'm Woody Walden, and this is your Hump Day Update,
where we're going to show you how to run that smart real estate business, which of course is
stress-free,
money and credit-free,
asset-free,
risk-free,
and tax-free investing strategies that work right now in this market.
Well, Woody, I can tell you that Monday was the first full day of spring, and as everyone in the real estate business knows, this is usually the best time to be selling real estate.
However, in some areas of the country, home prices are continuing to lag behind other more positive economic indicators, which leads us to believe that perhaps we're dealing with more of a perception than a reality.
Here's me planting an idea in your head. I say to you, don't think about elephants. What are you thinking about?
Elephants.
Right, but it's not your idea because you know I gave it to you. The subject's mind can always trace the genesis of the idea. True inspiration is impossible to fake.
Inception was a really good movie, by the way. But anyway, if I tell you that I look like Elmo, you probably won't believe me the first time.
Oh, I think I'd believe you.
And not if I told you I look like Elmo.
No, I still think I'd believe you.
Okay, well, most of the people out there would probably not believe me, but if I tell you every day, like multiple times a day for 3 or 4 years, that I look like Elmo, then over time your impression would start to change.
Yeah, and this is exactly what's been happening in the people's view about the real estate market. And that negative perception, it's influencing our reality.
Right.
If you hear bad news long enough, you start to believe it. And though there's no denying we've witnessed one of the greatest housing crashes of the last century, many of the economic indicators are now showing some very good signs for the real estate market. And yet, prices continue to flounder in many areas of the country.
In fact, Woody, the analysts at PMI Mortgage Insurance Company stated in their monthly analysis of the real estate market that home prices are trailing income growth by double digits in over 30 states. Now, these two numbers over time should grow at very similar rates. So the question remains, if incomes are growing, why aren't home prices keeping up?
You want answers! I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
You see, it's all about perception. For years now, we've been hearing about the housing market going to hell in a handbasket, and how the shadow inventories and foreclosures are going to cause a massive double dip in home values. Fear, fear, fear. That's what sells papers,
That's right.
And that's what keeps your eyes glued to the TV, which means big ad revenues for the media giant.
Because the only truth you know is what you get over this tube. Right now, there is an entire generation that never knew anything that didn't come out of this tube. People sit there day after day, night after night, all ages, colors, creeds. We're all you know. You're beginning to believe the illusions we're spinning here. You're beginning to think that the tube is reality and that your own lives are unreal. You do whatever the tube tells you. You dress like the tube. You eat like the tube. You raise your children like the tube. You even think like the tube. This is mass madness, you maniacs. In God's name, you people are the real thing. We are the illusion.
That's right. And this fear that's been propagated by the news media has created a mindset of many consumers that they should stay on the fence and not consider buying a new home, making each news story, well, a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Exactly.
You see, people hear the market is bad, so they don't buy, so inventories stay high, prices stay low, and the next news story is basically written. It's a vicious cycle.
You need some more proof? A couple weeks ago, we mentioned a statistic that only 66% of the people in the United States thought buying a home was a good investment.
Right.
Well, a poll released last week posed the same question to recent home buyers, and 85% of them felt buying a home was a good investment.
So those who think buying a home is a good investment are buying homes, and those who don't think it's a good investment, well, they're not. So if we want to fix the housing market, we need to stop throwing money at big banks and the GSEs and start building confidence in consumers. Let's start a revolution of positivity, beginning with us. Stop watching negative news stories and start looking at the positive signs of growth in our economy.
The report we mentioned earlier from PMI also forecasts that home sales will pick up in 2011, especially in the second half of the year, thanks to an expected rise in job growth, increasing numbers of households, and low mortgage rates.
Very low.
PMI economists project existing sales will grow by 8.7% in 2011.
Great news.
While sales of new homes will climb to 19.9%.
Need more good news? Let me tell you, the U.S. Treasury announced this week that it'll begin selling off some of of the mortgage-backed securities that it purchased during the housing meltdown of 08 and 09 and expects to profit nearly $20 billion from the sales.
With a B.
Now, the profit isn't as important as the reason why they're finally selling. You see, the Treasury is exiting stage right because, in their words, the market for asset-backed derivatives is now more robust. You hear that, America? Robust! When's the last time you heard the word robust associated with the housing market? It's great news.
And these are truly just a few of the hundreds of stories that point to a full recovery in the very near future. That is, of course, if we can convince buyers that the sky is not falling, our chicken little media is doing nothing to help the situation. So it's up to us to start letting people know the good news.
Yes.
That real estate is on the rise, and there has never been a better time to buy.
That's totally right. Now go out there and start spreading the good news. Real estate is back and better than ever, and that's why international buyers are coming from all corners of the globe to snatch up the bargains Americans are either too stupid or too scared to go out and buy. Now, do you want to learn more about how to make money in this market? We'd love to teach you. If you've got questions about buying real estate the smart way with no money, credit, or risk, then join us for our next Mastermind teleconference, which is this Saturday. You can register now by visiting AskMattandWoody.com.
Well, that's it for this week's Hump Day Update. Special thanks once again to our recent subscribers, KingCast65, Ugly House Gal,
hey,
Florida Karen, and Tom and Judy Chalmers in Canada, eh?
Hey, if you want to join in on all the fun, go ahead and get subscribed by clicking on that green box. BAM! Right down there. And after you get subscribed, forward this video on to all your friends.
Post it to your Facebook page.
Or go like totally big time, man, and just embed it right into your own blog.
Wow. And remember, new episodes every Wednesday at HumpDayUpdate.com, or get it sent directly to your cell phone by texting the word Hump Day to the number 90210.
And from all of us here at the Hump Day Update, have a productive and prosperous end to your week. And of course, remember,
be strong.